Hi guys, I want to do another quick video. This one's on my Total Gym, and I'm sure that you've all seen the info commercials with Chuck Norris and Chrissy Brinkley that advertise the Total Gym as a good home gym for most Americans. And in a large part that's true. For most Americans it is a decent gym. But there's a problem with the Total Gym, and that's if you're trying to get a heavy workout in, the Total Gym isn't the machine to use. It just isn't. There's different ways to use progressive resistance. Anytime you try to develop, muscular size or strength, it's usually based on progressive resistance by load, or in other words, using more weights. So if you're using Olympic barbells, you just add additional weight plates. If you're using a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you just get a heavier kettlebell or heavier dumbbell. But there are advantages to the Total Gym. Even though you can do 50 or 100 repetitions on a Total Gym for some exercises, there are ways to develop your muscular endurance on a Total Gym, and that's by volume. It's easier to do volume, do a lot of reps. So if your interest is to develop mitochondria in your muscle cells, the best way to do that is to do many repetitions and force your muscles to burn off the ATP, and then go through glycosis, and it creates a acidic environment for your muscle cells, and the muscles respond by developing more mitochondria. And mitochondria are the powerhouses for your muscles. So the more mitochondria you have, the more energy you'll have. So when you do aerobic exercises or any high intensity interval training, more mitochondria means you're better able to do it. So the Total Gym is a good way to develop mitochondria in your blood cells by using volume training. But it's not the only thing that the Total Gym can do. For instance, you can do velocity-based training. So if you want to do repetitions very slowly, or do it explosively fast, the Total Gym is a good machine to do that, because you're only using a fraction of your body weight. Another way that the Total Gym is good to have is if you do progressive resistance based on time. And what I mean by time, I mean by doing static holds or by doing pauses. The longer you hold your body in a fixed position, the more muscular tension you have. And it's the muscular tension that causes the body to adapt. And the same thing with pauses. A lot of powerlifters will do pauses when they're doing squats or when they're doing bench presses. They'll stop and they'll hold for a count, and then they'll continue their movement. So let me show you. At first, it's volume. The next thing I want to show you is how to do progressive overload on a Total Gym based on speed. And that's by tempo. Either do it super slow or do it explosively fast. So first let me do super slow. And I'm going to do tricep extensions on this exercise. And I'm doing intentionally slow And really, this is good for the eccentric portion, which is when your muscles lengthen, as opposed to contracting when they shorten. But because you're only using a fraction of your body weight, it's easy to do repetitions slowly. And by doing it slowly, you make the exercise harder to do. And you get the idea. Now I'm going to do it explosively fast. And you get the idea. And you can also do progressive overload by time. And what I mean by time is doing static holds or doing pauses. And I'm going to do a pullover for this one to show you how to use progressive overload by time, by static holds and by or pauses. This is a lat pullover on a total gym machine. This is a static hold. I'm just holding it in position, and gravity is forcing my muscles to tense. Or pause, we're just holding it for a count. And by doing static holds and pauses, you make the exercise harder to do. Okay, so we discussed muscular development through the means of progressive overload. And most people do use load for progressive overload just by adding additional weight, lifting more weight than they could the time before. But there's other ways, as we discussed, like through volume, by doing more sets or more reps, or by speed, by doing repetitions slowly or explosively fast. And powerlifters will do that. They'll have a light day where they just work on bar velocity and then using resistance bands. But they're trying to get the bar up as fast as they possibly can. And it's also by time, like in static holds or pauses. And essentially that's what isometrics is about. Isometrics deals with muscular contraction without joint movement. But there's other ways to achieve progressive overload. And that's by magnetic resistance. Like I have a push-pull sled that has 8 different magnetic resistance settings. And a lot of ellipticals and air bikes will use magnetic resistance. And that's a form of progressive overload. And there's also flywheels. Flywheels, what you're using for progressive overload, is overcoming inertia. But there's another method. That's through elasticity. So if you use resistance bands or bungee cords, by stretching or lengthening the resistance band or bungee cord, you're creating more progressive resistance. And if you've been following my videos, you know I've been studying Eugene Sandow's theory of muscular development through grip compression. And that's what I want to do right now. I want to show you how you can achieve progressive resistance using hand grips on the total gym. And all I did is took a pair of hand grips. These already have compression sleeves, so they're spongy, so you can grip it hard which is what Sandow's adjustable spring grip dumbbells were all about, and see my videos about that. So all I'm going to do is connect it to the handles. And what I'm going to do is just do an exercise using the hand grips as handles, except for I'm going to compress when I do it. And by compressing the hand grips while simultaneously doing the exercise, I made the exercise much harder. And I'm using the law of muscular irradiation, which stands for the principle when the muscle is hard at work, it recruits its neighboring muscles, and if they're already part of the action, it amplifies their strength. And believe me, I won't be doing 50 or 100 repetitions of that because it's made it much harder to do. And one good thing about developing your hand grip strength is that scientific research has shown that hand grip strength is associated with longer longevity. That if you have strong hand grip strength, you are more able to fight off diseases like cancer and so forth, that you'll actually live longer. Here's my solid advice on the Total Gym. If you're looking to develop your strength through load or by adding additional weight, don't get the Total Gym. But if you're looking to get progressive overload by volume, by doing more sets, more reps, the Total Gym is ideal for that. If you're looking to get progressive overload by time through static holds and pauses, again, the Total Gym is ideal for that. If you're looking to increase progressive resistance by tempo or by velocity, by doing super slow or explosively fast repetitions, again, the Total Gym is good for that. And even if you want to use grip compression, like I showed today, like Eugene Sandow advocated, you can do that just by attaching 2 hand grips to the handles of the Total Gym. Okay, that's all for this video. It's something different. Most people wouldn't think about adding hand grips to a Total Gym, but that's exactly what Eugene Sandow's adjustable spring grip dumbbells was all about. It was creating progressive overload by grip compression. This is a pair of adjustable spring grip dumbbells that Eugene Sandow marketed, and they were only 3 pounds. They have 7 springs, and what Sandow advocated was doing 17 exercises using the adjustable spring dumbbells. And the way he advocated obtaining progressive overload is by working yourself from 2 to 7 adjustable compression springs. And by using the hand grips on your Total Gym, essentially you're doing the same thing. Okay, I know this is something different, but I think it's a good thing to explore new ideas. And this isn't a new idea, this is actually an old idea. And Eugene Sandow marketed his adjustable spring grip dumbbells in 1899. But what's old has become new again. That's it for now. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, so you'll be notified when I create more videos. Thanks for watching.